Guys, today I have for you something really spicy. Lone Wolf Legendary Clutch Setup. Yes, you heard me right, my beautiful bastard. This is clutch setup for legendary difficulty, and best part about this setup that actually you can use it without your shield. Just look at this insanity. Just be comfortable to run around without armor, guys. It's normal with clutch setup that you don't have armor. And actually, if you didn't know, guys, skill kills will proc clutch talent. Clutch talent. Jesus, I'm tripping, but you got the point. Clutch talent will be procced with your skills, and now you can basically get armor back by shooting any enemy in the game. And for that reason, to quickly regenerate armor, I'm using Vector SMG because it has the highest rate of fire in the game. Of course, you could gain a little bit more rate of fire with Chatterbox, but then you're losing DPS and you need to reload next to the enemies. Vector with Sadist will work really well. Why Sadist, you may ask? Because we need that amplified weapon damage to boot! To clap some booty cheeks, man! How many times I need to repeat this? Anyway, Sadist will apply really nice damage buff to you. But how are we gonna apply bleed? Well, of course, we will use RIDGEWAY'S Exotic Pride chest piece, and that will apply a bleed effect on every shot you are shooting, basically. With one enemy alone, you're gaining 3% armor regen. Don't get me wrong, unfortunately, clutch was nerfed to the ground, and by itself is kinda terrible talent. You have to find the ways how to make it more powerful. In our case, we are boosting it with extra armor regen, with skill kills. Like I said, you don't have to kill enemies, your skills can kill easily your enemies and proc clutch for you, and then simply get your health back. We have armor regen from RIDGEWAY'S Pride chest piece, and we paired it up with protection from elite mods. In that way, elite enemies are no threat whatsoever for us. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is site for you. They have absolutely amazing team of consoles. They will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself. But now with my promo code RBD, you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. But now let's get back to this clutch legendary setup. It's really dope and it works. The main thing that it works, of course, you have to know some basic stuff about legendary missions or the structure of legendary strongholds. Where are the spawn points? What type of enemies are spawning in particular room to be successful? That will determine how you're gonna take cover, or the spots where you're gonna take the cover in order to destroy your enemies. For specialization here, we will use Survivalist. Why? First of all, you will have fire grenades, extremely handy for crowd control reasons in team play and in solo play. You're gonna apply burn, enemies will be basically running around like chickens without heads. On top of that, survival specialization will provide you with extra protection from elites, really nice incoming reaper, and most important part, medkit that will heal not only you but your teammates for 5 seconds. It's really strong medkit. For the guns though, I'm using of course Vector with Sadist. Sadist is amplified weapon damage, and to receive more out of Sadist, I'm using Stinger Hive as my second skill because it will apply bleed effect. And as turned out, most of the time enemies are avoiding Stinger Hive radius. So if you will drop Stinger Hive, most of the time enemies will try to find another way how to get to you. So it's really dope way how to block any road to you. So just use it wisely. For second weapon, I'm using Scorpio shotgun. Apply all stacks with this weapon and you will receive 20% damage buff on that enemy with all Scorpio stacks. If you don't have it, replace it with Sweet Dream shotgun. Sweet Dream shotgun will one tap non-elite enemies. Also really handy weapon to use. For pistol, I'm using TDI named pistol with insync and extra skill tier, really nice to apply extra skill damage, and with that extra skill tier and with insync talent. For the gear, I'm using chill out name and mask from Guildguard gear, because it will provide me with 2 mod slots, and everywhere I'm putting protection from elites. RIDGEWAY'S Pride chest piece will apply bleed effect with each shot. Spray and pray baby, and you are gaining armor regen. One enemy alone will give us 3% armor regen. Like I said, don't get me wrong, clutch talent after nerf is absolutely terrible. If you want to use it by itself, it's terrible, so you have to find the ways how to boost it, and for that reason I'm using armor regen and bleed effect from RIDGEWAY'S Pride chest piece. RIDGEWAY'S Pride chest piece is basically staggering enemies as well. With that bleed, you're gaining armor regen. With Stinger Hive, you can spread bleed effect all over the place. It works really well. And protection from elites will basically mitigate elite enemies. You don't have to worry about those. You can really shot and use your clutch really well against elites. Simply kill maybe drone or any other or non-elite enemy with your skills. Now you can heal yourself constantly by shooting elites, since they will not be able to take you down. In this one we have 72% protection from elites, so if you will combine armor regen from RIDGEWAY'S Pride chest piece with Stinger Hive, with Sadist, of course with your protection from elites, then clutch actually is kinda decent. But remember, to use clutch you need decent amount of crit chance. In this one I have 51% crit chance. If you don't have 50% crit chance, I would strongly not recommend to use clutch. So again, that's the reason why it's really terrible. Not only it heals for small amounts, if you don't have protection from elite or armor regen, also you need 50% crit chance. So assault rifle class most of the time is out from the table, so you need to use SMG class. But since Vector has the highest rate of fire, that combo works really well together, and we have 51% crit chance, really nice. For holster, I'm using Picaro's holster, named holster from Arquebus gear, that will give us 15% extra weapon damage, with skill tier. Backpack, Cheshka Devils do named backpack with perfect clutch talent. Gloves are really dope, and of course knee pads, improvised gear piece with protection from elite mods, because improvised gear pieces will provide us with extra mod slot. For the gloves, I'm using second piece from Arquebus gear, and that is giving me a second piece branded bonus, extra skill tier. And with my pistol I have 3 skill tiers. If you want to use technician specialization and you want to lose protection from elite, you will gain 4 skill tiers with this setup only by switching specialization, so it's really dope. For my stats, as you saw, I have 51% crit chance, 72% protection from elites. Everything works really well together, and this build is kinda dope. Again, you can use shield, but I would run around with my 2 damage skills. It's really dope. Have fun. Bye.